Private education.
With my lord's permission, may I mention one fresh filing, my lord?
Yes.
My lord, I have filed a fresh petition impugning the same government orders that are being heard in the present matter. I have handed over the FR number to the court officer. My only request is if it may be tagged with the current batch. My lord, I'll await my turn. FR number is 3715 of 2022, my lord.
I must bring to Lordship's notice something. For instance, about they do not show what is the cause of action. But they simply impugn the government order dated 5/2/2020. Some of them are students from private institutions. They do not say whether they were prevented, etc. Therefore, my respectful submission before your Lordship is on the questions of law which is being addressed, sufficiently, they have covered all the issues. But the government requires to respond because we need to state what is our stand. Thereafter, let them whatever, because ultimately, if everybody goes on filing petition on the same ground, and this becomes some sort of a forum where these things are, there will be no end. I leave it to your Lordship's discretion. I may bring to Lordship's notice. There is no cause of action which is shown in any of the petitions. May I just
will not stop anyone from.
No, I fully understand. Only thing I'm bringing to Lordship's.
It is good for the lawyers.
The cause of action is not disclosed. But of course, Lordships may also consider our polite government how many petitions we are going to respond. That is something. But this is.
Plus, we have moved, an IA 13 in the 2347. That IA has been on your Lordship's board. Plus, the only issue we want to flag, is under the United Nations Convention on the Rights of.
Which IA? Where?
Plus, IA 13 in WP 2347. IA number 13. Plus, in the lead matter, WP 2347.
Yes.
Plus, the only issue we want to flag there is.
What is that IA for?
Plus, it's an IA for intervention. But the argument, why I'm placing it, I made the request yesterday virtually, I'm physically before your Lordships. Today I've come from Delhi. It's some matter of some importance, that's why I'm here. But the only issue we want to flag is that United Nations Conventions on the Rights of the Child, which India ratified in 1992. They are clear obligations.
Covering those conventions, in my petition.
Of headgear, on women, including headscarf. I just want to place it. I will only require 10 minutes by the clock, and here, I'll wait my turn. But your Lordships, before you ask the learned Advocate General, will give me an opportunity because there's something the Advocate General will need to respond. That's my respect.
From my side also.
My petition, I'm just covering those international conventions, Milord.
We fail to understand this concept of intervention application. We are hearing the petitioner counsels, we will hear the respondent counsels, and if we require, then we will ask for your assistance.
Please, Your Lord, that's correct.
We cannot insist that you should be given opportunity as a matter of right.
Plus, there's
on
no
an
question of
application
right.
for intervention.
Plus, there's no question of right, but only on a question of law. Of
all right, we will consider.
That's all. That's
let the parties to the cases first appear and argue the matters, and if required, if we feel necessary, we will call upon you.
I'm grateful.
I am also, my lord, awaiting your Lordships.
No intervention. We don't need any intervention of anybody. Please, thank you very much.
Lordships had said 2 days ago that some of us on these applications would be given a right to balance.
No.
On 14th, my lord said recorded that.
Sorry, mister, you are under wrong impression. We have not said so. If we require any assistance, then we will call upon you.
Because I am very respectfully submitting that there are two aspects that this intervener would like to.
You cannot insist, mister.
I can't
Yes.
insist. I am only very
We are right now. We are in the mid of hearing of writ petitions. We will only hear the first counsels who are appearing for the petitioners and the respondents.
As your lordship.
No intervention.
Absolutely.
Thank you.
Please, Your Lord. Please, Your Lord.
We will consider afterwards. First, finish your arguments on behalf of the petitioners. I don't know how much time you will take on this because every time. So now 4 petitions have been argued. Still 4 are left. How many days you people want? This special bench is constituted every day. So how much time you people want us to give?
Lord, we are
For this?
grateful for your Lordship is
my
not
submission
sparing
within
time.
10
We are
minutes,
so
my lord.
grateful. But since we
I'll try
would
to
like to
conclude
exhaust
within
our
10 minutes,
cause
my lord.
to
There.
dispense justice.
Impeachment applications are there. Are we
Your
supposed
Lordship,
to give?
here the main petition is for the senior councillors. Yesterday also request to your Lordship, my Lord, the senior designate councillors are waiting. Your Lordship is so generous.
We cannot give so much of time
No,
in
my Lord,
this manner. Let us be very clear.
we will try to confine our arguments, my Lord, within 5-10 minutes, not more than. Yes.
In time, a time frame would be allocated for each of us so that we don't exceed, say, 15 minutes each.
Nobody adheres to it. What is the point?
I leave it to your lordship.
Yes.
I just wanted to place it.
The only request is the matter, my lord, of some
All right.
importance.
Thank you very much, Mr. We have heard you.
I'm grateful.
Yes. Now we are on the petition 3044 of 2022.
Even there is a direction, even there is a, in the prospectus, it is written that the girl students are permitted to wear the headscarf inside the campus and they have been denied. That is my prayer, my lord, maybe having something.
Please argue your case. Hmm? You have not paid the court fees. There is a deficiency of 300 rupees court fees. Complied means what? You have filed a petition on what date? 18th. No, 8th February. Until date, you have not been able to even pay the court fees. You were not given the opportunity to make good the deficiency. How can you say all this? The objections are notified. The time is given to remove the objections. When the case has come here, when the file has come here, then you are asking, how can it be sent back without the court's order? Not only that, there are 6 more office objections are there in your petition.
My lords may kindly see this petition.
Practically
an abuse of the process of the
waste
court.
the time of the court.
There is a direction seeking Lord's respondent number 3. He is not made a party itself in the petition. And petition they say is filed under 482 Criminal Procedure Code.
I'll give you time to make good the office objections, then we will consider. The counsel for petitioner prays for is allowed a day's time to make good the office objections. Time granted. Put up tomorrow. It will be heard tomorrow. Next.
WP 3148 of 2022.
I appeal for the petition in this case, my lords.
Yes.
May I, my lords? So, yeah, apart from Article 14, 15, 19, 21, and 25, my lord, so I'll just like to highlight the Article 51C of the Constitution, my lord. Your lordship kindly see page number 30, para number 16, my lords. The impugned action of the respondents is page number 30, my lord, 30, para 60, my lord, 60. that the impugned actions of the respondents is violating of obligations of the state to respect and protect human rights and to prevent discrimination on the basis of religion, my lord. The Article 51C, the Constitution of India provides that the state shall endeavor to foster respect for the international law and treaty obligations in dealings of the organized peoples with one another and encourage settlement of international dispute by arbitration. Hence, India is constitutionally obligated to act in accordance with the international treaties and customary international law, which it is subjected to, my lord. First, let you take my lordships to Universal Declaration of Human Rights, my lord. The para 61, my lord. The impugned actions are a clear contradiction to the Universal Declaration of Human Rights, which is Article 18, provides that, my lord, I'll just read the definition, my lord. Article 18, everyone has the right to freedom of thought, conscience, and religion. This right includes freedom to change his religion or belief, and freedom either alone or in community with others, in public or private, to manifest his religion or belief in teaching, practice, worship, and observance, my lord. The customary law and human rights specifically prohibit the arbitration discrimination, the arbitrary discrimination between people on the basis of their gender, religion. Moreover, the respondent action are creating arbitrary difference in the access to education between women students solely on the basis of the religious headgear hijab, my lord. Even the Article 26 talks about the grants of everybody right to education, my lord. The next convention, my lord, para 62, my lord. The Convention on Elimination of All Forms of Discrimination Against Women. It has been ratified by India in 1993, and Article 1 of the Convention provides with the definition the discrimination against women and girls as the different treatment from men and boys that prevent them from enjoying their human rights. It includes both direct and indirect discrimination. Article 2 provides with the state's obligation to eliminate discrimination against women and girls in all its forms by establishing laws and policies to protect women and girls from discrimination by including the principle of equality in constitutions and other national laws, my lord. And the next important convention, my lord, the International Covenant on Civil and Political Rights, ICCPR, my lord. It has been signed by the India in the year 1996 and subsequently ratified by the Parliament, my lord. The Article 18.1 says...
What is your contention? What is your contention?
My contention, my lord, these actions of the state is not in consonance with the international treaty conventions. Just let me read the Article 18.1, my lord. The Article 18.1, my lord, the covenant protects each person's right to freedom of thought, conscience, and religion. It includes the freedom either individually or in community with others, in public or private, to manifest his religion or belief in worship, observance, practice, and teaching. It further provides restrictions under Article 18 subclass 3, providing that freedom to manifest one's religious belief may be subject only to a limitation as are prescribed by law and are necessary to protect public safety, order, health, and morals of the fundamental rights of the freedoms of others. The United Nations Human Rights Committee has stated in Article 18 is not limited to its application to traditional religions and religious beliefs with institutional characteristics. Thus, it must be interpreted broadly. This multilateral treaty in consonance with the Indian Constitution, and Article 27 and Article...
Mr. Kotwal.
Just let me conclude. Let me conclude, Milad. Article 27 and Article...
Who are you? Who are you? Will you listen to the court also? You will keep on arguing without listening to the court.
Please, Milad.
First, show your bona fides. Who are you? I'm highlighting this honorable court how India is bound by international covenants and treaties which are party to and signed and ratified by the Parliament, Milad. Are you listening to the court or not? You will not be permitted to argue like this. You will not be permitted to argue like this without listening to the court.
Please, Milad.
What did he ask you? What did he ask you? Show your bona fides first. You are in PIL. Who are you?
Milords. I am a social activist, Milord. The petitioner is a social activist and RT activist who has assisted this honorable court in number of public interlitigations, Milord. He wanted to assist this honorable court Assist this honorable court. That's all, my lords.
No, we don't want any assistance.
In the interest of public, I'm assisting this honorable court, my lord. The petitioner is a social and anti-activist, my lord. Including the COVID petition, my lord. He has assisted in number of public litigation before this.
In which paragraph you have?
He has no any personal interest. He has only a public interest.
Are you aware about the PIL rules which have been framed by this court? Are you aware?
Yes, he has filed the Yes, please, my lord. He has filed the pro forma affidavit prescribed by the court, my lord.
Where you have made the declaration as per the rules?
Last, my lord. Page 117, my lord.
Para 117.
Starts from 117, my lord.
There is no para 117 in your petition.
I am, my lord. That's a separate, my lord. Page 117, my lord.
What do you want to show? What do you want to show?
Pro forma affidavit, the prescribed by this honorable court, we have filed, my lord.
With that, it is International Covenant on Economic, Social and Cultural Rights, 117.
No, my lord.
No, that is what is here. You mentioned that and it is here.
My lord, must be after that, my lord. They're very sorry, my lord. There must be some pagination, must be some defect. Last, my lord. After all the covenants and this one, my lord, I have filed on application, my lord. 125 must be 125, my lords.
25.
125 is your wakalat.
Read wakalat.
This is separate application we have filed, not separate application filed, my lord. Subsequent to this PL, it must be.
By such petitions, you are all wasting the time of the court in such an important matter. This much we should say. Such a serious matter. Court fee, pagination is not proper, documents are not produced, and you take time which otherwise can be utilized by your friends.
So my colleague is saying they have filed subsequently, my lord, that application it has reached the registry, my lord, already.
You are not aware. No, we'll dismiss this petition. It is not maintainable. It's not maintainable.
I'll highlight one more convention and I'll conclude my submission, my lord.
Sorry, mister, will not permit you to argue. Your petition is not maintainable.
Everything is complied, my lord. As per my instructions, my lord, everything is complied, my lord. Must be some pagination is different, my lord. That's all.
See whether there is any.
Page 44.
What is this?
Proforma affidavit.
Proforma affidavit. No, we have to make the declaration in the petition itself.
Petition also.
There is the question of proforma. High Court rules.
No compliance of Rule 14. No compliance.
Yes.
It should be page parallel.
So your petition is not as per the rules. So if you want an opportunity, we can give you an opportunity
My
to.
first submission, Milad, in the important matter, Milad, let us not get into the technicalities, Milad. Provide me 3-4 minutes, I'll conclude my submission, Milad.
Rule 14 is not technicality. You have held that it is a substantive requirement.
Will you tell us that what we have to do?
My humble submission, Milad, my request to provide me 2-3 minutes, Milad. Just conclude, Milad.
No, don't oblige the court. We will dismiss your petition with cost. You are testing our nerves. This public interest litigation has been filed, seeking following relief. The High Court of Karnataka Public Interest Litigation Rules 2018 have been framed, wherein under Rule 14, instructions for filing public interest litigation have been provided. A petition in the nature of public interest litigation is required to fulfill those instructions, and this public interest litigation shall be filed in accordance with these said instructions. We have perused the record. We are satisfied that the instant petition has not been filed in accordance with the High Court PIL Rules 2018. The petition as such is not maintainable. It is accordingly dismissed.
This is the first time in the last 20 PL I have filed, Milad. This is the first time my petition has been getting dismissed, Milad, under maintainability.
Because after all petitions which were filed were disposed of, new rules have been made that you have not seen.
I have complained that, Milad. In pursuance of that complaints only, I have filed a pro forma affidavit, Milad. Obliged, Milad. Much obliged, Milad. Great.
Yes.
1.6. Dr. Vinod D. Kulkarni, 14%.
My lords, I will not waste much of your time. Am I audible, my lords?
Yes.
My humble submission to your kind, respectable lordships and your kind, respectful her leadership is that this hijab issue is creating a mass hysteria, and it is disturbing the mental health of all the individuals, particularly the poor Muslim girls who are suffering a lot. And as per preamble of the Constitution, guarding health is one of the fundamental duties of the Union of India. WHO says health is not mere absence of disease or
Same
infirmity.
problem is there in your matter also. This is also PIL. It is not as per the High Court rules.
My lords, I have supplied Rule 14. Everything I have supplied, Mala, your kind lordships.
There you have given your credentials and the declaration required.
On page number 3, para 5, my credentials are there, my kind lord. Page number 3, para 5.
You have to make certain declaration as per Rule 14.
I have made all the declarations. Para number 1, para number 2, para number 3. These are as per rules only, your kind lordship.
What is your relief?
My lords, my interim relief I am claiming is that kindly pass an order today that Muslim students may be allowed to sport hijab at least on Fridays, Juma, and during holy month of Ramzan, which is coming very soon, my lordships. My only interim relief is only that please allow at least on Fridays, the Juma day, the most auspicious day for Muslims, and during the coming ensuing month of Ramzan. Nothing else, my lordships. It is creating mass hysteria, my lords, throughout the nation. And guarding mental health is one of the duties of the Union of India as per a preamble of the Constitution.
Come to your relief, which you have prayed at page number 9.
Yes, my lord, page number 9.
Kindly read the prayer.
Whereas the petitioner most respectfully prays that appropriate writ or order or direction in the nature of mandamus or any other appropriate writ or order or direction be issued to the respondents to declare that all the students of various schools and colleges in Karnataka and in the country shall attend their institutions by sporting the stipulated uniform. And if my request to turn to page number 10, my lords. Page
You
number
want a
10.
direction that whatever uniform has been prescribed, they shall wear that uniform.
My lords, to permit female Muslim students to sport hijab, provided they wear the stipulated school uniform also. That is my prayer number B, my lords.
They contrary to each other.
My lords,
Prayer number A and B are contradictory.
no, my lords, uniform they are sporting overall, and above that, just like if I am permitted to submit to my kind lords, in Bijoy case, they stood in respect to national anthem. Here also, they are standing in respect by sporting the uniform. Only thing is they want hijab on the uniform. Akin to Bijoy case, my kind lords and my kind ladyship.
We are just trying to point out to you that prayer number A and prayer number B are contradictory to each other. In prayer number A, you seek a direction to the students to wear the uniform in the schools, prescribed uniform.
Yes,
In
my
prayer
lord.
number B, the female Muslim students who sport hijab, provided they wear the stipulated school uniform also.
Yes, my lords. Hijab, we cannot say hijab is not part of uniform, my humble submission to your kind lords.
All right.
My interim relief is kindly allowed at least on Fridays, my kind lordship. If I am permitted to say, as lyrics from a song sung by late Lata Mangeshkar, kuch paakar kuch khona hai, kuch khokar kuch pana hai. We have to lose something to gain something more, my kind lordships. And 5 duties in Islam are kalma padna, namaz karna, roza rakna, zakat dena, inshallah hajj karna, my lords. And there is a Supreme Court judgment that we
On Friday, they should be permitted to wear hijab.
on Fridays, my lords.
All right.
My lords.
Yes, we will consider what you argue. If you want to argue, please argue.
My only kind submission is that it disturbs the mental health of the individuals, and the Quran cannot be ignored as per Chandanbal versus State of West Bengal in AIR 1986, my lords. And hijab is not against public order, health, or morality, my lords. Enough has been said that the sporting hijab does not tantamount to if hijab is banned, it tantamounts to violation of Articles 14, 15, and 21 and 25. I will not dwell on that, my lords. Kirpans, enough has been said, my lords. Just like they allow kirpans, may I request to that this also may be allowed. And if my request, my humble lordships, to turn to page number 7 of the petition, my lords, page number 7, para 16, my kind lordships.
Yes.
May I read, my lord?
Yes.
Yes. On page number 7, para 16, that the Holy Quran, which Muslims read, recite, and practice vehemently, says that Muslim women should sport hijab and should not expose their body parts like face, neck, shoulder, etc. They are trying to conceal their parts. They are not trying.
Can you show it from Quran as to where it has been said?
My lord, offhand right now I do not have Quran with me, my lords. But if I am permitted, I can show it at some other juncture, my lords. My humble submission is to kindly accept this because it has been straightforward told by so many other
Accept it like this unless you establish it. Unless you substantiate it, how can we accept it?
All right, my lord. May I request you to go to para number 17 of the
Please
same
don't
page.
disturb me.
My lord.
Yes.
Para number 17 of page 7. He says that relief of banning Quran cannot be granted in view of Article 25 and preamble of the Constitution as depicted in Chandan Mal versus State of. Are you getting that, my lord? Page number 7, para 17.
Where is the question of banning Quran?
No, we are by allowing by banning Quran, by banning hijab, it tantamounts to banning Quran also. My humble submission, my kind lordships, my kind ladyship.
For you, Quran and hijab is one and the same thing.
Not for me, for the entire world, my lordship.
All right.
I'm a devout Brahmin Hindu. It is the Quran applies to the entire Muslim community throughout the world.
There is no banning of hijab as such.
No, but if the honorable court disallows hijab, my humble submission is it may amount to banning of Quran, may create unrest in society.
All right. Anything else?
Para number 18 on the same page, my lords, para number 18, that a religious denomination or organization enjoys complete autonomy in the matter of deciding as to what rites and ceremonies are essential according to the tenets of the religion they hold, and outside authority has no jurisdiction to interfere with their decision in such matters. Please turn to page number 8. Page number 8, my lord.
Yes.
Yeah. This is Commissioner of Police versus Jagdishwarananda, Avaduta, AIR, so and so, my lords. Hence, the Honorable Court refer with the age-old and ancient custom of sporting hijab. My respectful and most humble submission to your kind lordships and your kind ladyship. My only request to your lordship is that please pass an order today to kindly allow hijab at least on Fridays and during the ensuing Ramzan with folded hands and prostrated feet. I submit your kind lordships. It will prevent a lot of unrest in the country. As I told you, my lordship. My lordship, कुछ पाकर कुछ खोना है, कुछ खोकर कुछ पाना है. That's all my humble submissions, my lordships and my kind ladyship. Please pass an interim relief today that hijab will be allowed henceforth on Fridays.
All right. Thank you.
I'm highly grateful to your lordship and your kind ladyship. That's all, my lord.
All right. Thank you. Yes, next.
May make a submission, my lord. 3148. Please, my lord. One submission, my lord. Submission, my lord.
Which your lordship has taken. I'm joining your lordship from Delhi.
Sorry for the interference, sir.
My pleasure that your lordship have been given time.
2022.
Yes, your lordship. Your lordship, my lord. I'm representing girls, my lord, who are affected by this impugned order. I was watching the proceedings for the last 4 days, and your lordship's queries, which were very relevant, constitutionally speaking, my lord, but to my estimation or to my perception, have not been printed right, without prejudice to the stands, without prejudice to the arguments which my legislative councils made. Lord, this government order, which is cryptic in nature, unconstitutional, illegal, we have to analyze this government order in the light of the parameters of the Constitution of India. I will apprise to your lordship. I'm a humble student of constitutional law, my lord. I will apprise to your lordship. We need not to have the judgments from Tanzania or London. We have to deal within the parameters of our own constitution, which is the complete code, which is a sacred book. And whether this order, because judicial review is with my lords, your lordship can appreciate when the constitution came into being in 1950, up to 1960, there was absolutely no problem. And the problem came, it was stopped in 1960, when my lord, Bhumi's judgment, in which my lord, that was sent to a reference under Article 143 to the Supreme Court. That was the first controversy came before the Honorable Supreme Court. How to resolve the Article 368?
Mr. Dhar, first let us understand.
Yes, yes.
Locus.
My lord, we are 5 girls, my lord.
What locus you have to buy
studying in pre-university.
This is not PIL.
No, this is not PIL. This is a read petition under Article 226.
What locus you have to file
we are likely to be affected by this government order because we are the students studying in the colleges and we are putting the hijab. After this order came into existence, well, we are not in a position to go to the college without hijab. That's a controversy. That's a problem. Now, my lord, what are you applying to?
Are you affected by the
yes, I have said it. Yes, I said it in my petition. So I'm affected because we are putting hijab. We are college going girls. We are receiving education. Your lordship can only appreciate, my lord.
Where have you?
Where you have mentioned in which school you are studying?
We have said it everywhere. Lord. We have given even in the title.
Sure.
The college is also mentioned. College is also mentioned, my lord. Yes.
You have said you are petitioner students and have been pursuing their studies.
Yes. I have given the name of colleges also, my lord. Everything I have given. But they are studying. The colleges also, everything. I would like to apprise on constitution because my lords have been giving so patient hearing to everybody, but constitutional aspect have not been explained to your lordship in a way in which your lordship wanted. And the religious, I know the Arabic also, I can apprise to your lordship about whether there is a recognition from Quran or not, that will also apprise to your lordship. That is why, my lord, I am making a submission, constitution speaking. This your lordship will appreciate what I want because ultimately your lordship have to pronounce upon the judgment. But I am assisting in that way, my lord, constitution speaking.
Oh, 1 second. 1 second, please.
Yes, please, my lord.
This is not a PIL.
No, this is not a PIL straight because we are affected. Yes.
Then, in which institutions you have been studying? Which institution?
It is pre-university classes, my lord. And we have said it, we are doing, my lord, studying. Presently, the college name we have also given in my petition.
Where have you stated that your institution prevented you? Where is that?
It is stated, my lord. I will show to your lordship. That is not disputed, my lord.
Notice itself is not issued to dispute.
The institutions have not been
it is not stated also.
Which institutions, whether it has prescribed
students studying pre-university colleges, it is written and, my lord, issued the government respective number 1 to 5. We have said it, responded number 1. Well, Lord, I have given these details.
Please read that particular paragraph, which makes your cause of action coherent.
Well, your lordship may see, my lord may see, this is Zunera. This is not my case, my lord. This is not my case. Sorry, it is from Zunera. Is this one second, my lord?
You're wasting precious time. Others.
No. Huzaifa. My lord may see. Your lordship may see. Huzaifa. I have said it, my lord.
Please read.
It is, my lord, we are studying the pre-university. I am submitting. I can.
You have no such pleading.
My lord, I will. Your lordship may see. I will file affidavit, my lord, in between because we are studying. There's no doubt.
The manner in which it has been filed is not maintainable.
No, my lord, it is.
What cause of action has accrued to you? What locus you have?
My lord, locus, I will. Your lordship say we have said in para 2. We can give the college name also by way studying. We are regulars in Bangalore. We have said it, sir. We are pursuing the courses. I can give the name of the college also.
No. You should state which petitioner is studying in which college.
Absolutely, I will give affidavit with
please, listen to us first. Please. Such an important matter. See how you have argued, how they prepared, how you are doing this.
Your lordship.
Such important. Please do not waste time. Please listen to us.
Please, your lordship.
Under our writ proceeding rules, we have adopted the provisions of CPC under Rule 37.
Yes.
It requires all material particulars of the case to be pleaded because you have not stated which petitioner is studying in which school, Which school has prescribed which uniform? Which school has prevented you from going to the class because you wear hijab? Where are the governments?
And when you have your lordship, bear with me only 1 minute. We sent a file, well, complete in that way, but the format was something different. I did not record. Your lordship, give me only one because I am just to apprise. I will file a supplementary affidavit in which I will highlight everything. Then I leave it to give me only one chance, my lord. I will file it today or tomorrow early in the morning.
And not here we are the opportunity to improve your case.
No, we will definitely do it, my lord, in supplementary. I seek because I have to approach your lord constitutionally. Your lordship will appreciate that. What is in my mind? I can assist your lordship to that. And then ultimately your lordship may decide the case. Because there are certain important things which have not been brought to your lordship's notice as senior counsel who knows a little bit constitution and the religious also. I want to assist your lordship on that. Meanwhile, I can file the supplementary affidavit in which I will highlight this thing. It's an advocate or record who has committed mistake.
We will dismiss the petition with liberty to file afresh, giving all necessary particulars.
Your lordship, will do it today, and your lordship will. That's correct. Your lordship will say so. Absolutely no problem. Or if your lordship could consider, because since now it has come on board for the last 4 days, I was waiting. I can file supplementary in which I can place on. That's your lordship's choice. Your prerogative. Your lordship prerogative.
Heard Mr. Dhar, senior advocate, the petition. The petition has been filed seeking following relief. After going through the record, we find that necessary particulars about the cause of action accrued to the petitioner is not being given. At this stage, Mr. A.M. Dhar, senior advocate, appearing for the petitioner, makes a statement in the bar that he may be permitted to withdraw this writ petition with liberty to file afresh. Full stop. The writ petition is accordingly dismissed as withdrawn with aforesaid liberty. To file the statement of objection.
Not because this is a special bench. We have individually, we have many matters. We have pressure also. All cases, cholo matters, how they have argued, that should not be damaged by these people. What kind of such an important matter? Special bench is constituted within 1 day by the Honorable Chief Justice, and everybody wanted at earliest point of time. So beautifully they have presented the case. Now they intervene and they want to damage the merits of the petitioner's case or what? We do not understand. Please start. If there is difficulty, we'll give you.
Who are the other counsels appearing for respondents?
My lords, in the writ petition, my lords 2146, I, my lords, appear for the party respondents 15 and 16, who are, my lords, the College Management Development Committee and the local MLA. The allegations against our college.
I'll start from the state. I think not it could be appropriate. And I thought the others should argue. First thing, we'll start. Give me that intelligence.
We'll hear the other counsel for respondent.
The state. Something fundamental. I have to start. Some actual aspect of I not expected. Tomorrow I started what's make a meeting. May I make a request that if time permitting today because I may get 10 minutes. That's all my request. I'm ready because only 10 minutes by the clock of your lordship's time.
We'll permit you, then we should permit everyone, all the intervention applications.
Because your lordship hold me to 10 minutes because there's nobody else. Because I quite see that. May I make a suggestion for your lordship's consideration? Because the lordship has 1 hour of normal court time. Lordship is 10 to 6 till then. Whoever the interveners today, your lordship will hear the interveners. And then let's close it. The respondents will be tomorrow.
Next day you will say to that day you had permitted, today you are not permitting.
Plus this.
All this discrimination, we cannot do that.
But lordship will take it from tomorrow 30 I'll start. Sorry, one second. The very some small little mistakes. Tomorrow. Sorry for the.
We wanted at least your statement of objection be placed.
It has been filed. Statement of objection.
Let start with that.
I thought there's some. I have to listen. Sorry, no, certainly not. But Lordship, they have argued.
No problem.
They have argued at
Some.
length. And they give me that indulgence tomorrow. They have argued for 4-5 days. All that I'm requesting is 2:30.
Let Mr. Boyer argue.
I cannot have a buy. We have to prepare for in a manner which I thought would be appropriate for me to start on behalf of the state. I want to play something fundamentally simple about it. Thereafter, the can start.
My lords, I may agree with the AG, my lords. I don't want to, my lords, come in between the state, and because for whatever it is, my lords, the state must defend their action. Thereafter, my lords, I have something to say, my lords, in terms of what the college has done and how, my lords, we are in consonance with the law. But I think, my lords, it may be prudent for me to go after the learned AG does.
All right. Mr. Naganand.
So appear for one of the respondents in one petition. I am appearing for one of the lecturers in a college against whom some allegations are made. I will also seek leave to make my submissions after the AG finishes, because the main constitutional issue that has been raised, my lord, has to be answered by the state. I can only supplement. I will not take more than 15-20 minutes. That's all I need.
All right, then we will rise.
Lord, I have a small request to make, Lord, if your lordship could consider.
Yes.
Lord, although our application is for seeking to intervene in the petition, and more particularly writ petition number 2347 of 2022, Lord, but our intervention application, Lord, is not seeking to address to the issues which possibly the respondents possibly would be, Lord, seeking to argue. Lord, give me, Lord, half an hour today, if possible. Lord, I will demonstrate to Lordship, Lord, the research, the kind of research we have done. We will demonstrate to Lordship, Lord, that this is not for the first time that Lord, the courts of this country have been called upon to address to the issue of hijab and growing of beard. And Lord, all these issues have been addressed. Lord, as a matter of fact, our Bombay High Court, Lord, the bench headed by Justice R.M. Lodha, Lord, sitting with Justice D.B. Bhosle, Lord, and so also, Lord, Kerala High Court have gone into the issue, this very issue of hijab. And Lord, courts have held that this is not an integral part of religious practice. Lord, every time, so now the question, Lord, which Lord, I'm seeking to raise is this, that every high court in our country are supposed to address to this issue, and your lordships, Lord, invaluable time is supposed to be encroached upon by a litigant after some interval or the other. That's the issue, Lord. And I'm saying, Lord, we are also saying, Lord, this is the first limb of our argument. We'll satisfy, give me, Lord, half an hour. I have circulated the compilation judgment. And there is an answer to all the issues which have been, Lord, raked up. Lord, I can also go on for arguing for days together, hours together, but I'm not. I'm only saying that permit me, because, Lord, your lordships have been hearing only one side of...
All right, Mr. Subhash Jha.
Yes, Lord.
We have said that we will first hear the petitioners' counsels, then we will hear the respondents. Then thereafter we will decide as to whether we require any intervention by anyone or not. Then at that stage we will decide that whom to be permitted to argue as an intervener. Right now we are not permitting anyone to intervene.
I quite see. But Lord, you
also understand it is for the court to decide as to whether intervention is required or not, and whether anyone should be permitted to argue as an intervener or not.
Certainly, yes.
Yes.
Certainly.
So right now we are not permitting. We have said this thing to everyone that right now we don't want any intervention. We will first hear the petitioners and the respondents, and thereafter we will decide about
Lord,
it.
only one small, Lord, request. Lord, if your lordship could consider this. Now, Lord, in view of authoritative decisions, my Lord, at least of three courts, or rather even the Supreme Court on the issue, similar issue, whether growing of beard is an integral part or otherwise.
If
So
you
Lord,
want,
permit me, and
extend
then Lord,
your help to your friends who are on the respondent side.
very well. Very well.
If you want to give anything.
I may make a submission, my lord. Lord, may I make a submission, my lord?
Wherein the act itself is not applicable, it is the DRI of 2030. It represents all the minority schools and also the college and CBSE. One number is there. Just two judgments.
You have also moved some intervention application.
Writ petition.
Writ petition. Which one?
No, which is the petition now?
Here before us, whether your petition is there.
No, it's filed. It is not listed.
You have. It will be coming tomorrow.
No, it is filed, but it is not listed unless I do the matter. Because matter pertains to the very notification is that knowledge. It's very that it cannot be made applicable to the minority, including the right of PM judgment and other pre-judgment which I stated.
What do you want? What do you want?
Requesting for listing the
Some fresh matter or pending matter?
they have given a representation and also they have given a complaint also to the government also.
Fresh matter, where it is? It is in the registry.
Number is not given. FR number is given. It is filed today. By Minority Commission? No. Who is the petitioner?
Karnataka State Minority Education Management Federation, which represented both ICC, CBSE schools, were all minority students. Wherein, in fact, we also attended Ramati State Society. The repression of Muslim minority was allowed. Both here, so that's why.
You file it today.
Yes, sir. Yes, Article 140, Section 141 of the Act.
Right, we don't want to go on that. Thing is that you file it today. Please ensure that does not have any objection. Please ensure that we'll call it tomorrow. We'll call it tomorrow.
May I make a submission, my lord? In writ petition number 3148, my lord, your lordship had dismissed my petition on the basis of the maintainability, my lord. So as per my instruction, I have complied the rule 14.2, my lord. So is there any office objections, my lord? I'll comply today itself, my lord. It may kindly be heard tomorrow, my lord.
May I pass the order, Mr.
It's my only humble submission, my lord. If at all, if you are not complied, my lord, office would have raised this office objection, my lord.
We can't help you.
Permit me to comply, my lord. If any, my lord, kindly hear me tomorrow, my lord. That's my humble submission, my lord.
We gave you opportunity. We asked you if you want, you may file affidavit. As per the rules, you said nothing. You wanted to argue, you argued, we have passed the order. That is all.
Like,
yes.
Maybe on the maintainability it is dismissed, my lord. If it is on the merit, there is no issues, my lord. So even after complaint, the rule 14
Thank you very much.
dismissed for maintainability, my lord. It's not fair. I concede, my lord. Obliged.
Yes.
So kindly any mediation can be some group of ladies so that we can mediate, because whatever may be the judgment, after that also enmity will be starting.
Mediation can be done between the parties who agree for that.
So we can convince
Do you
try to take that.
you are appearing for whom?
After any judgment.
Who are you? In which case you are appearing?
Just now, petitioner, the pleading application I have filed. That required, but my lordship can allow any petitioners If they, or else I will ask the petitioners, I
No
will.
constitutional issues are involved. We have to answer those issues. How can a mediation?
Argument on other grounds, okay, but this is the violation. Every day we are seeing that girls, how they are.
No, we do not find this.
But mediation is very, really it's a good minor.
Mediation cannot be done in this manner and not in such matters.
Mediation with the director, we can go and we can, or else we see they can be called to girls and group of girls. I am very much confident that we can convince even the modification also, because any order that will create a violation.
Please try to understand the basic principle of mediation is that mediation can be done between the consenting parties.
I know.
Those who agree for mediation.
That I will take the first, before that I am taking permission, my lordship. Then I move to the other petitioners and I will.
You first move to the other petitioners. You move to the other petitioners and to the respondents, and all of them agree. Then we will consider your request.
My lordship.
Yes. First maintain your petition. Only then anything can be done. Your petition at present is not maintainable. There are so many defects in that.